Good morning, boys. Oh, this is one since I woke up, so I don't forget what I dreamed about. Oh, so tired. I've said it before in the past, and that's why this title what it is. I'm not doing nothing fancy. I'm just gonna name what it is. And that's God is great. Um, I still feel I know what the outcome is gonna be. Since I was a kid, I've always felt that God protected me. I mentioned that in the past before. Everyone who knows me knows this. My life was not the easiest. I can't say I had the worst. I mean, it's not a contest, but it wasn't the easiest. Um, but I always knew that I was destined for something bigger down the line, something great. And it didn't mean that it was be great by anyone's standards that might be walking the earth right now. It's great by his standards and by my standards. And sometimes I wonder was this could be, you boys. You know, was I gonna raise you boys to be great? Um, Athena, she's like a daughter to me. Was I gonna watch her do something great? Be part of that greatness. But I always knew something. Um, so it's a good feeling when the reason I'm telling you boys about this is that I have a feeling that the same I guess gift that I am able to share with God, the ability He's given me. I have a feeling you guys are gonna see it too. And that is whenever things seem to be going bad or rough or tough. Um, I get some straightforward signs that only I will see, that I will only understand that things are going to be right, things are going right, and they're going just as He's planned. Um, Yesterday, I said to you guys in this video that I don't dream anymore except for like the situation. I don't dream about my books no more. I don't dream about like fun things. It's usually solely focus on this situation, and that saddens me a little bit. Well, last night, a few minutes ago, where I just woke up from, I dreamed I was Sentry, one of my main characters in my book. I mean, like he's pretty much this focal point, centerpiece of one of the books. I dreamed I was him. I was around fighting bad guys like usual as one him, and I was trying to hide the fact that I was a 2,000-year-old person with all these skills. It was kind of fun. And then God allowed me some crossovers, which made it even more amazing. One of the people I was fighting side by side with was Angel from the TV show Angel, which is crazy because I haven't watched him the show since you guys were taken. Literally, I think the night you were taken, we watched the last time was the episode I watched it, or the night before, I guess you said, because you were taken during the day. But the night before the last day, we all watched as a house together. I believe Angel was one of those shows. And here I am running down, it's like a medieval gates or something, and I'm fighting all these different people side by side with Angel. I've never dreamed that before. And there's no reason for me to think of Angel right now. None. But it was showing me, I'm not exactly sure on that one. I know me dreaming about my characters is a direct message from God saying, don't tell people that. Don't tell people I'm taking all the good stuff from you. No, I have not, son. I've taken stuff away from you, but not all the good stuff, and I'm going to give it back to you because Angel to me represents full circle. Happiest days I had in my life was when you guys were here. Saddest days have been when you're gone, and I dreamed of an angel, this protector of the innocent. The people who can't defend themselves. That's what he calls himself, literally, the protector of people who can't defend themselves against the evilness out there. And I dreamed of fighting side by side with an angel. You know, that's the crazy part. So I mean, there's been a lot of signs. One time, I was sitting here frustrated, struggling in my mind, thinking how I'm gonna get things right, how possibly, excuse me, can things turn out right? And I'm playing a Pokemon game that I've owned for almost a year. And I just decided to finally play because the car broke down. I had nowhere to go, nothing to do, and I started playing the game. And two of the characters in the game have names of characters from my books. Now, what is the chance of that? If I would have played that game a week before, finished it, I might not even noticed it. And it wouldn't have meant no symbol. It wouldn't have had no symbolism to me. If I played the game a year before, it would have very little symbol. But the same day that I'm stressing, almost in tears, trying to figure out how I'm going to solve this, because I think, why would God give me, you know, all this ability to make things right? We were pretty much abandoned with nothing left to die. No way to pay rent. And I'm not talking about just a way to pay, like no money, no way. We had no car. We didn't even have a stroller for Athena. We had nothing. And I'm thinking, why would we lose everything, every means we think we have, because again, it's what we think we have, not what God gives you. Not the power. God has power to do anything He wants. We didn't. We were sitting here thinking all the stuff that we lost, that man had gave us, that we have gotten through what we thought was our efforts. We had none of it. Rent's overdue. We already been promised to pay on this date. Now we don't have zero money coming in. How are we gonna survive this? So I'm sitting here, and then finally things are getting better. I'm feeling God is great in my soul, and things seem to get better, and then the car breaks down. And I'm thinking, how are we gonna do this? And it was the forced days off, which I needed, because at that point I think I worked 15 to 16 days straight, 9 in the morning to 9 at night, easily 9 in the morning, sometimes to 11 at night. I was burning the candle on both ends, and God set me down and made me play a game, made me play a Pokemon game. And that Pokemon game had two of my characters in it, and these are not names you find anywhere. It's not like Bob and Jan or something like that. No, 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 no. Grimsley and Arcan. These are names I created. These are names right now. If you look for the word Grimsley online, you might find it because of this game, but you probably won't. And Arcan, I don't find nowhere. And if I've only published, out of the 30 books that's in this series, I published four of them, and three of them actually, it goes Tomb, Shadow, Arcan, Miss Grimsley. Four. Tomb isn't the name of anybody. Okay, period. It isn't. The other three are names of people, but Shadow, you can find the word anywhere. And actually, if you think about it, now I think about it, there are shadows in the game called shadow agents. So wow, all three of the only of the three books of the four I published that have names, three three of them are in this game. And I played them the day I was sitting here almost crying, trying to figure out what I was gonna do, and saw all three of those names. I didn't even realize the shadow names in there. That's crazy. So yeah, no, God is good. God's great. And like I say, last video I sent to you, or last video I posted, I sure gotta say, you know, I'm not dreaming about the characters anymore. And bam, I dreamed about them. So God's good. God's great. And that dream, those moments are even more clarity, more signs pointing towards I am right about this outcome. I just wish that everyone else could see it, and I can't share it. That's my test. My test is I can't share this outcome. I am a guy who will share strange news, the strangest. I'll talk about almost any other stuff, but I cannot share this outcome. It's not ready to be shared. I wish I could, but I can't even give a spoiler. I don't want to give a spoiler actually. I couldn't if I wanted to. This is one thing that God has granted me the ability to actually keep to myself. But on the other notes, today, when I run my another 20 day, I will have actually, this is crazy when I think about it. Right, it's riding bikes actually, it's not running. I will have rode the bike in 3 days. The distance it is from where we live now to where we lived a year ago. That is crazy. I never want to do that in real life ever in a day. Never. I'm just thinking about it. And if I keep my pace up, I will have done 100 miles in 4 days. And I'm gonna try it. I'm not a quitter. That's one thing that I ain't. But I'm not promising nothing because if I'm in too much pain, I'm not gonna push my legs through that just to, lose my ability to do other things just so I can improve some on the bike. It's not gonna happen. Um, but no, and then I guess I'll tell you the second part of the dream. It's weird because this is I woke up thinking about this too. I was like, how is it this way? Oh, also, we're fast. The dream that was my last dream that I woke up from. Um, but between going to bed and using the bathroom and go back to sleep having those dreams, I actually had some thoughts, and I think that's another way the dream came out too. Was again, while I know that I feel I know the outcome, I'm gonna have doubt. We all doubt, so don't let that bother you, son. God's got you. Sons. Sorry, I like talking to you as a singular because I know this message is for both of you, and saying sons just sounds weird when I know that each one of you are listening to this message individually. Even if you sit next to each other, you're hearing it focused to you. That's how I will talk. Even if you're both in front of me, I don't think I would say sons. You know, I mean, it's like God doesn't say sons. He's a son. You're both supposed to listen to this message. And no, I'm not God. I'm just saying that's how the Bible is written. It's a perspective that you hear the message. It don't matter if you're my son or not. You're hearing the message and it means something to you. So, anyways, sons, in case that helps you guys at a young age, it's like I doubt and then I get reassured, and that's the way God works. And like I said, I think you guys will see signs, just like I'm able to see some stuff. I think you'll see some of it. I didn't see much of it until I got older, honestly. Um, Too many distractions, like just becoming an adult. That's a big enough challenge right there. In your life. There's a few before, but not many. But now that I have I'm a little bit wiser, see a little bit more clarity, have more life experience. Um, but the second part of the dream, and this is why this blows my mind on how this situation we created was supposed to be so unhappy. Um, and just in the last 3 years, and this we talk about years prior. In my lifetime, um, I did more in the last 3 years towards improving my life and just having fun, and as in traveling than I did my entire life. Now, not everybody in this house can say the same thing, but it's still was a pretty amazing 3 years. I mean, um, we went to Vegas. We had pretty much a decent time, good memories. We rode around limousines, which before there's no one but me. I've been in this is my fourth or fifth limousine I've been in. Oh, excuse me, but everybody else was the first limousine. We got to see the Space Needle at nighttime, see Seattle, the waterfront, you know, drive around limo. Um, we flew down to Dallas. I mean, we just it was a crazy, fun, interesting 3 years. I don't see how people are miserable. You know, 3 years of doing jet setting and limousine riding and shipping sipping drinks in Vegas out of big giant boots. I mean, it's just, okay, I guess you're miserable. But I dreamed I was in Vegas. The last part of the dream, somehow I ended up in Vegas. And whenever I cry in my dreams, I cry in real life, and that means my body's reacting like crying. And so I wake up with this horrible, horrible headaches. I already taken some for it. So yeah, I don't nightmares don't bother me, but crying in my dreams bother me. Um, and I dreamed that it was me. And after all the smoke cleared, I'm still supposedly Sentry, but now I'm back to being me. Um, I was lost, and I was trying to figure out how to get home, and I was freaked out because we've had 3 or 4 different addresses. Well, technically two since we've been down here, but I didn't know which one to go to, and I was freaked out because I was trying to call someone, and their name wasn't in the phone. And every time I had to pick up the phone and try to talk on it, my mom was talking on it, but it was a voice message. And oh, she leaves voice messages all the time. It drives me crazy. Because I tell her I don't listen to them. I don't ever listen to them. So like a year later, so it's like, don't leave me a voice message. If it's important, just call me back. If it's not important, you don't need to leave me a message. But every time I open the phone, like I try to turn the phone off, try to dial a number, but I don't know the number because the person's name's not in there. And nowadays, we don't remember phone numbers. We just pull up the list of people and punch in the name, and the phone does the job for us. It's like a little personal assistant. And so I started crying because I was thinking, how do I get home? And I saw the buses, but I didn't even learn the bus system. I didn't know which direction, north or south or east or west, to go on the bus. And I went to the bus station, or where the little where we sat down at the little bus seat with the little sign, and it had the number 603, which I don't know what that means. I don't know why that's important. But it had 603 at the bus station, at the seat, and I didn't know which direction the bus goes. And then I realized it was an express bus because there's a road that going underneath. So during this time of night, it must only go this way. And it was late. It's like 11, 12 at night. And so I'm figuring the buses ain't running that often. I don't know how to get home. And I just want to get home. And I remember the address here. And I remember the address that we lived out in, I think it was called, no, Farmers Branch. I remember I was about to say Plano, but I don't think that's technically. It was outskirts, Carrollton, whatever, Plano. Anyways, that area. I knew the bus took me there. Um, but I didn't remember which one I lived at the time. That's the problem. I didn't know which one I was supposed to go to, and that is a scary feeling, not knowing where your home is. I actually dream that a lot more than I should, um, not knowing where my home is. But that was the first time. And the funny thing is, you guys really didn't come into this treatment. That's why. Oh, at the very end, a little bit trying to figure out where to go was it. But I still dreamed of my characters. That's the amazing part. So I think I need to talk about the books probably tomorrow. Then our next video, next few videos, I need to talk about the stories at least once or twice, because that's what God's pointing at. He's letting me know everything's gonna be all right. So I love you, boys. God is great. He's so great. I can't believe it though. I just said something the day before. That's what's crazy that I don't dream this no more. And voila, here I am, walk around with Angel David Borugas, or how you say his name. I walk around with the Angel of all people. That's just crazy. We watch a lot of other TV shows. Wasn't with Captain Picard. I wasn't with SpongeBob SquarePants. I wasn't with the people from Blind Spot. I wasn't with Olivia from SVU. I was with Angel, the protector of the weak from evil. All the people. It's crazy. That's cry cry, as they well, when you watch it, they used to say. They don't even say it that much now, but for you, like cry cry, what's cry cry? There you go. You can be popular kids at school. You start spreading cray cray around. That means crazy, crazy. That's cry cry. Okay, you can bring it back. Bring it back, boys. Daddy loves you. Daddy always will. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.